There are 7 subtle signs that children display when they lack a secure attachment, and in this video I'm going to walk you through each of them by showing you the things I look for as a pediatric occupational therapist. This first sign often gets overlooked as independence. Think about when your toddler hurts themselves or when they feel scared. What do they do in that moment? If your child has a secure attachment with you, they will automatically turn to you for help. They might cry out for you, want a hug, or just look at you. These reactions show that they've learned that you're a reliable source of comfort and safety. They trust that when things go wrong, you'll be there to help them feel better. On the flip side, if your child rarely seeks you out when they're upset, so they might fall down and not look at you, they might get frustrated and just have a meltdown alone, or they might seem to avoid you when they're distressed, you might see these things as incredible signs of independence, but it could actually be a sign that your child hasn't yet formed a secure attachment with you. Now, another key moment that shows you whether your child has a secure attachment with you is what they do when you leave them. If your child is securely attached, when you leave for work or drop them off at daycare or grandma's, they will usually notice that you're leaving and react. So they might get a bit upset, ask where you're going, or want an extra hug goodbye. But here's the key. They should be able to calm down and engage with whoever's looking after them within a reasonable time. Now, if the attachment isn't yet secure, you'll see 2 extremes. Either your child has absolutely no reaction when you leave, so they might not even look up at you or seem to care that you're leaving, or they become completely inconsolable and cannot be comforted by anyone else, no matter what the other person tries. Now, when you return, if your little one has a secure attachment with you, they should show some kind of positive response when you walk through that door. Maybe they run towards you with excitement, look up and smile, or just finish what they're doing, but then they come over to you within a few minutes to get a hug. What they're doing is essentially saying that I miss you and I'm happy you're back. If, on the other hand, you notice that your child consistently ignores you when you return or doesn't seem to notice or care that you're back, or even seems slightly annoyed by your presence, that can signal that they don't yet have a secure attachment with you. Now, if you see these signs or any of the other signs I'm about to mention, please don't think that you've failed as a parent or that something is permanently wrong. The truth is, secure attachment can be built at any age. Your little one's brain is incredibly adaptable and your relationship can always grow stronger. In fact, you can start strengthening this bond today by doing simple things like responding to your child's needs, following their lead during play, and creating predictable routines that they can count on. Even something as simple as changing how you communicate with your child can make a huge difference. That's why I've created a free guide called 8 Parenting Phrases to Rethink and What to Say Instead. It covers common phrases like calm down, good job, and because I said so. Things that you probably say all the time, and shows you simple alternatives that can actually strengthen your child's attachment to you. And you can grab it for free by clicking the link in the description. Now, this next sign becomes obvious when you're around people that your child doesn't know very well. If your child is securely attached, they should clearly prefer you over unfamiliar people. So for example, when a stranger tries to talk to them, they might appear shy and hide behind your legs or look up at you to see if this person is actually safe, or just want to stay close by to you. They're essentially using you as their safe person in this new social situation. And this reaction shows that they've formed a strong bond with you and recognize you as their primary source of security. But if you notice that your child shows no preference for you over strangers, for example, they seem just as comfortable with people they've just met as they are with you, or even get more excited about strangers than you, that could suggest that they haven't yet formed a secure attachment. Now, this 5th sign involves how your child plays and explores when you're around, and here's what to watch for. When you're at a playground, in a new place, or just at home, notice how your child acts around you. If your little one has a secure attachment with you, they will go off and play, but they'll look back at you regularly. For example, they might run to the swing set, turn around to see if you're watching, then give you a wave, and then jump on the swing and start swinging. Or they'll run back to you for a quick hug or to tell you something important before they head off on their next adventure. They're using you as their secure base. Your presence is literally giving them the confidence to be curious and brave. But when secure attachment is lacking, you'll see one of 2 extremes. Either your child clings to you constantly, unable to play independently even for a few minutes, or they wander off without ever looking back to check where you are or seek any reassurance from you. When you see either pattern, it can indicate that your little one hasn't yet formed a secure attachment. This next sign also shows up during play and your everyday interactions with your little one. If your child has a secure attachment with you, they'll want to include you in their world. For example, when they discover something fascinating, maybe a cool bug in the garden or a shiny rock, they'll call out, "Mum, look!" And when they're proud of something they've done, they'll bring it over to you to show you. They do this because they want to share their excitement, discoveries, and proud moments with you, because your smile and your "wow, that's amazing" makes their experience even better. On the other hand, if you notice that your child rarely tries to include you in what they're doing or share these moments with you, for example, maybe they find something interesting but keep it to themselves, or they build elaborate creations but don't show you, then that can suggest that they haven't yet formed a secure attachment with you, and that's sign number 6. Now, this next sign shows up when your child is having a tough time. Maybe they're frustrated with a toy, scared of something, or in the middle of a tantrum. Here's what should happen. When you offer them comfort, maybe by giving them a hug or staying close by, if your child has a secure attachment with you, they should gradually start to settle down with your help. Now, I'm not saying they will stop crying right away, as that's really not realistic with toddlers, as they're still learning how to manage big emotions. But what you should see is that your calm presence, soothing voice, or your gentle touch helps them gradually calm down. Maybe they start crying a bit less, or their body relaxes when you hug them, or they stop pushing you away. This shows that they've learned that you can help them when their emotions feel overwhelming. But if you notice that every time you try to comfort your child, things get worse instead of better, for example, they get more upset when you try to help them, or they push you away during these emotional moments, it could indicate that they have not yet developed a secure attachment with you. Now, something important to note here is there is actually another reason your child might get more upset when you try to help them during tantrums, and it has nothing to do with attachment at all. In fact, you can have a perfectly secure attachment with your child, but if you make this one common mistake, it can make tantrums significantly worse. In this video, you'll find out exactly what this mistake is, which really might surprise you because it does feel like doing this thing should help calm them down. And I'll also share with you the simple strategy that actually works to help your child calm down faster.